Hello and welcome to the interview for this month's Sound of Jazz. I'm very pleased to introduce the special guest for this month's concert, and it's Valentina Krempatić. She's a singer and she will be joining us on the 16th, July 16th, for a gig at Kiste. So welcome to the Sound of Jazz, Valentina.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for taking the time to do this interview. I thought it would be cool to maybe find out how you got started. So I know that obviously you're appearing with us as a singer, but you were a guitarist first, I believe.
Yes, that's right. First of all, I actually started as a singer.
Okay.
I enrolled in a music school when I was 4, and I started like kind of this preschool thing that you do in music schools, singing in a choir. And I did that since I was 4, and then when I was 8, I got to choose my instrument, and that was, of course, guitar. And I'm now a classically trained guitarist. I finished my bachelor's as a classically trained guitarist, and yeah, on the side I always did a bit of singing. So that's also my other passion. That's how I came to be also a singer, so to say.
And you're still going to school for guitar, right?
Yes, I'm still studying now master studies for classical guitar, and I have 1 more year to go.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And so when you told us about the music school and stuff, this is all back in Serbia, where you're from, right?
Yes, exactly.
Cool. Is this a big town, big city, or a small town?
Actually, the town where I come from is pretty small. It's on the border of with Hungary and Croatia. It's called Sombor. And also the music school. It's a small music school from my town, and yeah.
But can be an advantage maybe also, because there will be maybe fewer students, not like a massive school with 100 kids, but maybe a more personal teaching atmosphere.
It was kind of a cozy atmosphere there, and I spent there a whole preschool period and also like elementary school period, which in Serbia takes like 8 years. So until I was 14, and then once I turned 14, I had to switch to high school education in Serbia, and that I proceeded to take in Belgrade in a music school there. It's like
okay.
In I think here in Germany you would say like a Musikgymnasium type of thing, yeah.
So you had to move there, or did you?
Yes. I spent 5 years actually in Belgrade, and there I also finished a first year of studies for guitar. So, and then I kind of decided it was a time for a change and decided to come here to Germany.
Cool.
Kassel.
And where did you stay in Belgrade?
Do you mean like a...
Like rooming wise, do you have family over there as well, or did you get?
No, I was being there alone. There was a dormitory, I say like a student's dorm, and
right.
I spent there like 4 years. Then when I turned 18, I was actually able to live alone, and then I lived for 1 more year alone.
Got you.
Yeah.
So this sounds like you had a pretty clear idea that you wanted to be serious about music, but do you remember if there was one particular moment that made you think, this could be like a career for me, or was it just a gradual thing, next step?
Well, to be very honest, I kind of hyper-focused on music ever since I started it. So since I was 4, and especially when I started playing guitar, I was like, okay, so I know what I want to do in my life. This is what I want to do. Of course, singing was always there as well. And I was also my dream was to somehow combine the two of them, like guitar and singing.
Excellent. Yeah. So then, obviously, you took the decision to move to Germany and specifically to Kassel. Was there any specific reason why you thought this could be a good destination for you?
Yes, this was actually right after my first year of studies in Belgrade, where I thought like maybe I could do some change, to see where I could study, also develop a bit more, and that summer, after I finished my first year of studies, I met my guitar teacher here from Kassel, Boris Stešić. And we kind of did a masterclass thing in this summer camp. And I really liked how we kind of clicked in a lesson, and like all the informations that I got from him. And then when I heard that he's teaching in Kassel, I just had to go for it. I asked him, like, is it possible, like, studying in Kassel? And he was like, also, yeah, I mean, if you want, you can come take an entrance exam and try it out, like, studies in Kassel. I think it's only because of him, actually, like this, we got to know each other and just had a very nice lessons in this summer camp, and that's why I decided to come here.
Yeah, but it's interesting how where the road takes you, right, on this journey. It's funny, like with all the things. And now you're obviously studying in Wuppertal for your master's.
Yeah.
And I think that's a part of the Cologne Music School.
Yes, that's right.
But you're still living here, right? So was it were you just thinking, there's a lot of hassle to move there now, like another move, or is there something about Kassel where you thought, maybe it's cool to stick around here?
I mean, of course, after like 4 or 5 years that I'm here now, it feels like home. And also my family also got to move. That's kind of like a family situation of ours. My family also moved here. So I kind of thought, I think I'm also going to stay here for a while. And also I think for 2 years of studies, I didn't really think if it was worth it so much. Also for the... how you call this, a künstlerische Studiengang that I'm studying. I mean, it doesn't ask for so much time to like it's already fine if I go there like once a week or 2 times a week. So yeah, I thought it was more worth it to stay here and also keep my work here and
So at this point, I thought it was interesting maybe for the people to also introduce like how we met, because this is. Because you were actually in Kassel first, so I got here after you. I remember that when I got the job to teach jazz and pop here at the academy, you were the first student that I had an interaction with, like before I even taught one lesson here, because I got an email from Valentina saying, she has a teaching commitment and she would have to leave one of my lessons 15 minutes early every week, whether that would be okay. To which I obviously replied, no way.
So not a very good first impression.
so anyway, but you were really cool about it, and she arranged all her lessons differently so she could make my class and all this stuff. But yeah, I'll never forget that, because it was like the first time, the first contact I had with anyone from the academy at all. So it's kind of funny that we're still working together like this. Anyway, actually, maybe I should say this as well. So Valentina was in one of my ensembles, and we started out in a group. I think it was like 5 or 6 people, and we had Valentina on guitar, and then we had a singer, a student that primarily did like vocal studies, and then she graduated. So I was a little bit worried, because I thought, oh man, we're not going to have a singer. I'm probably going to have to rewrite all the arrangements for the group now, because we're going to have to play like instrumental music, and it's going to be very different. And then you just came up and you told me, hey, I sing a bit, I can try and do it, And it was such a cool moment. I still had to rewrite almost everything, because you sang in a different key. Your voice is a little bit lower, but yeah, it worked out fantastic. And that's how, I got the idea to invite you here, of course. It's a really cool story, actually. And obviously, along the way, you're now already in your master's, but I remember you also winning the award from the Academy competition and stuff. I think you won another award as well while you were with us for guitar, I think.
Yes,
somewhere else.
Right.
So, yeah, true success story. Anyway, who would you say are your major influences in the area of jazz or pop singers? Are there any artists that you think you aspire to maybe sound like them, or that you can relate to the most?
Yes, of course. I mean, from the jazz world, of course, it's Ella Fitzgerald. I mean, it's just her voice. It's always like a remedy for my ears. I really love it. And from the pop world, though, I'd say my favorite singer would be Lady Gaga. I really love her sound and that she's so diverse. Like she can sing so many genres. So I guess that would be
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What about, we're already kind of talking about genres. Do you, let's say outside of maybe jazz and classical, are there any genres that you gravitate to? Do you have maybe some hidden gems or like inside tips of maybe artists people don't know so much that you listen to that?
I mean, of course, besides jazz, I'd sing also pop very often. Maybe some rock, although I don't think it really suits my voice, but I just love it. I also like traditional, like music from my country.
Cool.
I really like it, and I like it combined with jazz. So we have something in Serbia called not only Serbia, but like all of these countries, same speaking countries, like Bosnia and Herzegovina, and also Montenegro. We have something that's called ethno jazz.
Oh,
so it's like a traditional combined with jazz, and I think it sounds amazing. So that was actually my first introduction to jazz when I was little, like a traditional combined with jazz.
Interesting. And I can already reveal for the audience that we're going to have an arrangement as well, but I think it's a Croatian song, right?
Yeah, and it's a pop bossa nova also.
Yeah, that Valentina arranged for the band. So it's going to be fun at the concert. Very interesting to hear that. Anything you dislike? So on the opposite spectrum, any genres or type of music where it's just like, I can't relate, I don't get it?
I wouldn't say dislike, but can't relate. I don't know, I'd say like maybe techno or something like that.
Sure.
Or like see this nowadays is trap music, like rap combined with these beats. That I really cannot really relate to, I would say. But it's not like I dislike it.
Yeah, so maybe it's about just a preference for live artists playing rather than too much computer
exactly.
stuff. Yeah. We always ask people this, and I never really get a straight answer for this, which is a shame. But favorite jazz standards, or let's say even favorite top three songs, if you had to pick right now.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be standards actually. I think the first one would probably be. Let me think about it once again. Lately, I've been hearing a lot of In the Wee Small Hours of the Morning. That's a beautiful song.
Fantastic. I love that too.
Maybe all-time favorite would be Misty.
I
mean, I really cannot decide like only three of them, but let's say like from different also like sub-genres, or how can I say it? Like also there is a one bossa piece on repeat lately, Gingy.
Oh, sweet.
Like,
yeah.
So that would be.
It's a Jamaican woman as well.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we're not playing any of these at the gig, but it's good to know anyway. Okay, three least favorite. We always ask this as well. Like songs where you're like, I really don't want to sing that, or I don't know, you don't hate these songs, but you're not thrilled if they get called or something.
I really don't think I have that.
Okay.
I'm always super excited to do whatever.
Maybe this comes over the years in your career.
Maybe
you'll
actually,
find more songs like not that anymore.
It's actually also like while playing classical music, I don't think I ever had a piece that I really hated.
Really?
I think
that's amazing.
I always grow on it. I was playing also last year or like 2 years ago. I played a very modern piece of music, and First, I didn't like it so much because I couldn't understand it. But once I get into like deep analysis and everything, I started liking it a lot.
So. Interesting. Yeah, that's cool. I'm way different. Do you have any dreams for your career? Anything that you would love to achieve, goals or?
I would just really like to do both of my passions, like play guitar, sing, but now like a dream, like something very realistic. I don't think I have. Like, I would just like to do this more often,
Yeah.
And do just combined if possible. I'd also like to keep doing classical music because I really love it, and it's something that I started like where I started first. So
yeah, I think it's better like that anyway. Any musicians you would love to collaborate with? If you could think of a person dead or alive, where you think like, oh, to play with them would be so amazing.
Sure, I would say like Lucas Feil, for example.
Sure.
I'm really
gonna
looking
blush
for.
now. This is awkward.
Of course, I mean, I would like to collaborate. Maybe, as I said, like my favorite is a singer from pop world, like Lady Gaga.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Also, I find
duet. Yeah.
A duet. That would be a dream. That would be a dream. So I think beside that one,
just her.
Just her. Maybe.
Sure.
I mean, there's probably more, but now on spot I cannot think of someone else. Yeah.
So you're already like a multi-instrumentalist, so to speak, as a singer and a guitar player. Yeah. But let's pretend you had to start all over your career and you couldn't pick either of those. What instrument would you play?
I'd play organ.
Oh, wow.
Because the thing what I like about guitar is it's a 6-string instrument. You can play melody, you can play chords, you can play whatever you want. You can accompany yourself. Mm-hmm. But the thing is like that bothers me a little bit. It's the sound is just so tiny. Mm-hmm. And I would somehow like to be able to play a whole orchestra, and I find organ is the best.
Sure.
It's the best instrument you just get the whole sound.
Massive sound, yeah,
yes,
of course.
That's maybe like more classical would be maybe piano, but I'd say organ would be my.
That's great. Favorite. Nobody said that so far. Yeah. Favorite food?
Just anything from Asian food. Yeah, I love like Chinese food. To be more precise.
Cool. Favorite color?
Light blue.
Oh, nice. Good one. What if now we already established that you were pretty set on being serious about music and basically having a career in music. But what if you had to pick like another career? Was there anything else on your mind ever? A thought, hey, I could do this as well. I could be good at this. I
had actually more of them. Mm-hmm. I'd say like I'd study maybe psychology or something like that because I'm really into it, and I'm also very into languages. Mm-hmm. So at one point in life I actually thought maybe I should do that instead of music, but yeah, in the end I chose music, like my first passion. And then there was like I was talking with my friends. We were like kind of not in a crisis, but you know, like during studies you have like just a lot of these moments where you doubt yourself, and we were just thinking like some super random careers that we would choose if we really don't do anything what we set out in our lives. Then I just said like maybe like a cosmetician. That would be like super fun.
Excellent.
But I thought about it also, so that would be like the last option.
Yeah. Well, the language thing would definitely have worked. I mean, we're only doing this in English for like the English-speaking audience, but your German is excellent as well. You might as well have done it in German. Another thing that you kind of have experience with already is living in different countries. Mm-hmm. But is there one, apart from the ones you've already been to, where you would think, it would be cool to maybe live there for a while? Yes, for sure. I thought about living in Italy. I visited it many times. Mm-hmm. And I just really like the food. The people are very similar also to people where I come from, to Serbians. Mm-hmm. So I'd say Italy would be my dream country, like somewhere at the seaside. Cool. Although I think Brazil would work great for you as well. Yes. With the music. I think or Portugal at least. I also like. Okay, so other than Lady Gaga, do you have another celebrity crush? Such a retarded question. That's a very funny one. Yeah, I do have when I was small, I would be watching also like old classic like movies. Mm. And my first crush, I'd say, would be Christopher Plummer from The Sound of Music. It was a love at first sight for me. Christopher Plummer. Oh, I have to look him up. I'm not familiar. I haven't seen that film. Okay, well, it was great to talk to you. Thanks very much for doing this. I also want to give a massive shout out to Maximos and Ronald, who are doing the sound and camera for us. that was really neat. And if you guys want, they actually musicians in their own right. So maybe we'll put a link to their socials in the video description, so you can check out their music. It's well worth it as well. And other than that, I would like to invite you all, if you're in the Stuttgart area, to come out to the show, 16th of July. It's going to be a blast. I just went over the set list yesterday and looked over it, and there's songs, all types of songs, and really great. Like I said, we have a Croatian one that Valentina arranged. We have the classic jazz standards in the repertoire. Ella will appear, sort of. And then we have a Donny Hathaway one, some more soul type tunes, even Chick Corea one. So it's a very individual, very personal set list, I find. A very special one that you're not going to get to hear every day, I think. And so we're going to get ready. We're going to sit down right now, actually, and go over some of the arrangements and get it all set. And then we hope to see you in 10 days' time. Take care.